Hey everybody, Tony G here from musiclegacyinternational.com. We have a Music Legacy member guest this week who is an amazing musician and also somebody in the music industry. Craig Raphael of New Bands, New Music. He's with us today and we're going to talk about what he's doing in radio and television to help support musicians, and hopefully we're going to have a collaboration together that could change the way that music history gets done. Hi Craig, thanks for being with us. How you doing?
Hey Tony, thanks for having me. I'm doing fine, thank you.
Great.
Yeah,
So
I
I
am
wanted
in the
to,
Seattle area here,
right, Seattle. I
in
should have
case you didn't
mentioned
know
that.
that.
Yes, I
Yeah, I
did
didn't
know
know if you
that,
knew
but
that.
everyone else
Okay,
should know that too. I just wanted
cool.
to ask you, going back when you first started New Bands, New Music, what was the inspiration that got you moving forward with the project?
Okay, great question. So I was in a band called Drastic Down, and when COVID happened, my internet marketer side of me was trying to come up with ways to uh, proceed when everything was shut down using uh, my internet marketing skills and the internet and stuff like that. So initially, it was just to promote the band I was in. But as I started finding things, it turned out that the band broke up basically because of COVID. And then I was like, well, maybe I should just do something for all musicians. There's radio, television never entered my mind at this point, but let's look into maybe getting a radio station. And so I looked into that and got that. I got a nice response. Musicians were interested in being on the radio station because we feature independent artists only. So we don't do any mainstream music whatsoever. Um, and then I just felt like that's not enough. It's cool, but it's not enough. And I was scrolling through Facebook one day, and an ad came up about getting your own TV station on Roku. And, initially my thought was that there's no way in the world that I could do this. I'm sure it's super expensive and I just don't have the means to do it. Come to find out, it is expensive. I mean, it's not cheap. But my wife and I had paid off our cars, and she basically gave me permission to do this, with the money that we no longer need to have for paying car payments. And that's kind of how it all started. Now, I never expected what has happened. It's really just gone crazy in about 6 months with everything that's going on here. But funny because initially I was just trying to get something going to promote my band. That's how it all started.
Yeah, it's great. It's so funny how you get pushed into things in life by different situations. It's pretty much,
Yeah.
I mean, your story is basically my story. We were
Okay.
sitting around eating and drinking during COVID. A bunch of my friends were like, hey, we don't know how we're going to pay the rent, where the next meal is coming from. And I was like, there's no reason for this. And, then my brain started going and we came up with Music Legacy. And now hopefully
Yeah.
we'll
I
be
mean,
moving forward with you as well. That's a great thing.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, really, Tony, it takes people like me and you to to do it
Yeah,
because, like I've told many before, if the powers to be wanted independent artists to have regular television and radio covers, they would have provided it.
right.
But they only do the streaming thing, and that's, in my opinion, just not going to cut the mustard for people.
Right. Yeah.
And their results show that. I mean, I've had bands that have been together for years and years, and they've been on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music and this and that and the other. They're barely getting any streams. They don't make any sales. And the ones that I know that do have money coming fight tooth and nail just to get it. You
Yeah,
know,
they're not getting a lot.
No, they're not paying their rent with it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing. That's why something has to be done to change the way the industry is working. And I think just a bunch of us have to put our heads together and come up with solutions. In Music Legacy, I just asked recently, a few weeks ago, for people that would be interested in opting in for Music Legacy to work directly with them, to help us in a way that's like a proof of concept, that we'll be working with them and promoting them in different ways so that we can move forward with Music Legacy and help their businesses and careers. And we got a great response from it. We've got musicians, we've got businesses, we've got venues, some great things going on. And I'm
Awesome.
moving you into that, into one of those seats as well. So that's going to be a great, great thing. And I'll be talking to you more about that in the coming weeks. So.
Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on too, Tony. Can I talk about it?
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
So the first thing I should probably mention is that somehow we've managed to get Mitch Malloy as a VJ on our program. Okay. Now, Mitch Malloy is famous. I mean, he sang for Great White for like 5 or 6 years, and he recorded and was a contender for replacing Sammy Hagar in Van Halen. Nice guy. He reached out to the channel, and next thing you know, he's working with us. And just recently, we have Paul Lydell, and he's going to have his own show debuting November 23rd, this coming Sunday. Paul Lydell is the lead guitar player for Dangerous Toys. He's the founding member and lead guitar player for Dirty Looks. Both of those bands were all over MTV when I was growing up, so it's kind of a surreal thing. And now he's doing his solo work with Paul Lydell's Scream Therapy. Great band. And he's still in Dangerous Toys. He's been with them for 31 years. So we've got, celebrities that are driving the channel and the traffic. They see the overall big picture of how cool this is. I'm stoked about that. Now we're doing our collab with you, but I'm about to. It's going to be months, but the local channel here in Seattle is also going to have me on the show, and we're flying in a guest that's going to perform live with me on that.
Excellent.
That's going to be on the King 5 News. I don't have a date yet, but she's confirmed. The producer there confirmed that we can do it. I just don't know when yet. So we got a lot of really cool things.
Music Legacy.
Okay, will do. Yeah, I need to be more active in there. Honestly, though, some things are happening so fast that it's like, oh my gosh, I'm rushing around with all the things going on at once. I mean, I had to end a phone call to make this interview with Paul, working out his second show coming up after this one here airs. So now all of a sudden I'm a big time production guy.
That's great.
And I've never done it, but I'll tell you what, I'm learning that I enjoy it. It's a lot like, editing and putting these videos together is a lot like recording a song, because you have, an image or a sound. All of those are little lines on the thing, and you can clip and edit and add stuff to each line. So it's a lot like recording and mixing a song. So I'm thankful that I enjoy it, because I've been doing a lot of it.
Yes, I'm lucky I have the crew here at Drake Media. That's the CBS affiliate here in New York. I got some great people working on this production right now. And then afterwards, they'll do some editing. My assistant puts together the teasers and cool little clips and some things for the full interviews as well. So I got a nice team of people that are doing that for me. That lightens my load a little bit to be doing important things like talking with someone like yourself, expanding the business in different ways, getting things cleared through the attorneys, all of that stuff. And I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do, yeah. And I'd like to take time to thank, I mean, I've amassed a team at the channel that is amazing. So I have Brandon Hurley is his name. He's essentially my right-hand man. Him and I have collaborated together. He's a musician. He's on the channel, but he's also kind of like the vice president role of the company. He's a big factor. But him, I have a VJ named Matt Tucker, who is on a recon show that's going to air in February on the Outdoor Channel. So he's got a lot of experience, but he's a great country artist. He's the one that's going to be on the CBS channel here in a few months. Oh. I have a gentleman named Lance Ziegler, and he hosts the hip hop, electronic, and dance show that we have. I have a guy named Bobby Roberts that's in a band called Cardboard Dreamhouse, but he hosts the Wednesday night We Rock You Pop shows. And Hurley does the news on Sundays. I have Diego, who's in a band called Wardozer, and he does the Monday Metal Madness. And I mean, these guys are just doing this stuff to help. So it's amazing. It's just, we've been able to pull off, have these genre-specific shows and a full production schedule and all these things with their help. It's just amazing what we've done with zero budget.
Yeah, and I know how that feels, because not everybody can see your vision, especially in the beginning. You talk to them about it and they're like, oh, okay, that's great, good luck with it. But there's certain people that get it, and it's great when you can connect with those people.
That's a great point. One of the hardest things for me, maybe you, is trying to get bands or musicians involved. I think that I'm 53, and I think that some kind of an age bracket, don't know what it is, but there's people and musicians and bands that have no idea what MTV was or how much of an impact it had and how much of an impact a show like mine can have on their careers and their exposure. It's one of the hardest things I deal with, is to overcome the people that don't get it. Yeah. Like you said,
they don't have the information that we've grown up with. Right now, all the shows that are on TV are contest shows, right?
Yes, that's right. So, we kind of spoke about that.
Yeah.
They're all they're divisional shows. They're dividing and competing with each other. They're not unifying.
Yeah. So,
and
I
that's
think it's
what
great
I want to see.
You're on the West Coast and we're on the East Coast. I think there's a lot of things we could do with that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have trouble with that? Like, do you get musicians that just, no matter what you say, it's like, I mean, I've had people argue with me about, like, I have a free level. I have some paid levels. They're not required. Anybody can get in for free, kind of like what you have. And I've had musicians argue with me about, well, you say it's free, but what's the catch?
Yeah. Well, that's because they've been taken advantage of for so long. There's always people offering them things, and they're like, free, can't be free. Well, it is free until you need something that you have to pay for. That's the way it works, The platform's free, connect with people. I mean, with Music Legacy, you sign in free, and you're connected with hundreds of people worldwide who are in the industry. who have skills and talents that you can probably use in the advancement of your own career. But people don't want to hear that because, oh yeah, I've been burned before. It's sad, but it's
It
what
is sad.
happens.
I mean, I've had some of them, their intro, like the first thing they say to me is something to the effect of, what kind of scam are you running over there? It's,
Yeah,
and those things are difficult to overcome. I think what we're doing will educate and shed some light and give people hope.
yeah. Well, I've gotten to the
For
point where right now I don't argue with them. I just tell them, look, it's free. Take a look at it. And I just don't have the time to chase people down and convince them to do something that they don't want to do. So eventually they'll see what we're doing for other people, and then they'll get
they're
the,
just
they'll
going
get
to
it.
have to see it first.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, people in my age bracket, they're all over it. I will be urging people to get involved in your platform as well. We've talked
Great.
about that.
Same
but
here. Same
Yeah.
here. We're going to be working together and make this thing happen.
Yeah, and literally, I mean, I really do think, I'm not just saying it, we can and are changing the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. That's how I've managed to get these, rock stars, I guess, for lack of a better word. I don't have the money to pay them. They're just doing it because they see that it's a great thing for them and for all of their people that are involved. Paul is going to have his own show on Sunday nights, and he's going to be interviewing, guys that you and I watched on MTV when we were younger. That's crazy, but that's what his show is all about. So Monday Metal Madness is hosted by Diego from a band called Wardozer, who is also a member of New Bands, New Music. Tuesday is Honky Tonkin' Tuesdays with Matt Tucker. He's the fella I mentioned that's going to fly in and do the live show here at the CBS affiliate here. Wednesday is We Rock You Pop Wednesdays with Bobby Roberts. Thursday is, they call it HEAD. It's Hip Hop, Electronic, and Dance with Lance Ziegler, all of which are, great musicians, and I couldn't have asked for a better team. Friday night are the new releases that we do, either brand new members or releases that are new from current members. I host that. Saturday night is the Saturday night special, where we do live recordings, or live performances rather, of members. And then Sunday is Paul Lydell's Sunday Nights Rock with Paul. And then the news segment is at 7. And we've recently started doing the news at noon and 5, like a real network. So we do the current news and then last week's news and rotate them at noon and 5 every other day.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so we actually have like real production,
Events.
real schedule. And the big one that you don't know about, but I can officially announce it, is that we're going to be having Mark Weiss on our program. Do you know who Mark Weiss is?
I can't think of it, no.
You'll hate yourself after. Okay. You ever hear of Circus Magazine, Hit Parader,
Sure.
Metal Edge, those?
Yeah.
Mark Weiss is the photographer that did all of those shoots.
Oh, nice.
He is basically the Michael Jackson of photography. And I was scrolling through Instagram one day and I didn't know who he was. I didn't even look at who it is. I just saw a post about, I'm doing this little rock magazine, and he had a Kickstarter campaign to help with it. So I just wrote him a little note. Hey, I got this music show. It might be helpful. We probably ought to talk. And when we spoke on the phone, he just listened to me, and then he says, yeah, so I'm doing this show, this magazine issue right now I'm working on. I just got done doing a photo shoot with David Lee Roth. And I'm like, did you just say David Lee Roth? And he says, don't you know who I am? And it was a funny instance because I honestly did not know who he was. But once he told me, I said, oh my gosh, you're the Weissman? You're him? Yep, I'm him. And so we've been talking for months, but he's going to make his presence known after the first of the year on our show.
Nice.
That's a big, big, big one.
That's great.
Probably
That's
can't get much bigger than that.
Well, you know how I got into interviews was through Arnie Goodman. He's a world-renowned photographer as well, but he also used to be the manager for Savoy Brown and 10 Years After, back in the day. He owned record stores. He's really still involved in the industry quite a bit. And that's how I started with the interviews. He started me, my first interview was with Savoy Brown, Sean Chambers in the Savoy Brown rhythm section. So
interesting how it works, man.
it's pretty amazing. You just bump into people and they come into your life. It's a great thing.
Yep. Probably will be going to the next NAMM show as I have two options. I can cheat and I can go with Paul and be there with Paul and just help him and be like one of his team members. But I think I'm going to go for it and just have a booth out there. I mean, that Paul said, Craig, if you have a booth out there, everyone and anyone you'll be able to interview or at least do a station ID, you know, hey, this is Sebastian Bach from Skid Row and you're watching him, you know. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm honored to be able to make a difference for these people, you know. It's an odd thing to. I have not. No, I haven't
insert a picture here of me and Sebastian Bach. He's so big that he's almost at a 90-degree bend over to get the picture with me. It was hysterical.
Yeah, I've heard he is a giant, like 6'5" or something stupid.
He's big, yeah.
How did you meet him?
Guy. Through my niece. When he wrote his book, she was a publicist doing that stuff.
Who you know, man. That's about who you know. No, I've not met, you know, ironically, I mean, all these people I'm talking about, I haven't met them yet. I haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
Including my own team members. We've never met in person. Funny.
Yeah.
But it's the use of technology, you know?
Yeah, just got to keep moving forward. Make sure that what you do is good quality, and you'll keep those people with you. And amazing, the stuff that you'll come up with.
Yep.
You'll see it before anyone else in your head.
Yeah. I'm quite happy that you're doing what you're doing, Tony. I mean, you know, we need guys like you to step it up.
Yeah. This is going to be a big thing. And maybe by putting our content together, we could come up with something that'll be able to reach a larger audience. I have access to that, so let's continue the conversation and talk about moving it forward together.
Yeah, I would love to do that, I think.
And if it helps you, don't hesitate to get these people that are doing the shows for you on an interview, and we'll promote that in Music Legacy, as well as on your channel, you know, together that could reach a lot of people.
Yeah, we'll do that. They'd love to. I've already You just answered a question I was going to ask you, because I was going to ask if I could have them sign up and do these things too. That'd be great.
Absolutely, yeah. The only requirements is that they're a Music Legacy member, they have a completed profile, and then we have something called the bridging tool, which you've seen, that just gives
Yeah.
us background so we have content. Because sometimes I get people on here and they just freeze and they don't talk
Yeah.
and they just answer questions. So, in a case like that, at least I have some information that can keep the conversation moving.
Yeah, that's another great point, because not all these people, myself included, I'm not used to doing these things.
Right.
I mean, if I were doing an interview normally, it would be because I'm the drummer in some band.
Yeah.
So now it's a whole different mindset, and people are reaching out to me. I've done a few podcasts and stuff, and they're talking to me uh, as if I'm some kind of a big shot media guy. So it's interesting, but I see that I can see why they do that, because they think, oh my God, he's got a Roku. Um, January 1st, Tony, by the way, we're expanding, and we'll be on Fire TV and the Apple and the Android app stores.
Excellent.
So at that point, literally anyone in the world on any device can find us and watch us.
That's great.
Same with the radio station.
I just signed in on my Roku TV to watch a little bit of the show. My
Yeah.
time has been a little bit tight, so I missed some of the shows that I wanted to see. I want to see the news, the rock. What is that? Sunday is the rock night,
Uh-huh.
and then
So
metal.
you know what I do, just so you know, for you, I can send you a link right to it. But for anybody else watching this, everything that we do, like every show, is archived in the on-demand sections.
Oh, I got to check that out.
So you can go onto Roku and go on the on-demand, and you can watch the news from day one or to the current one,
Oh, excellent.
and every
Now,
single yeah.
now, what I'm doing for the top founders, the people that opted in to work with Music Legacy, you're going to receive your own channel. It's a group. Eventually, you'll be able to have your show streaming on there live. Right now, we can't do that as of yet. But once we're able to, you'll be able to have your link to your channel right there, and somebody will be able to click inside that channel of yours and watch your TV channel. So that'll be a cool
Awesome,
thing.
man. Yeah, that's great. And I know your other thing that you're doing, where you can have people record with
yes.
you and stuff.
I'm just starting a collaboration with a company. We're finalizing the details. I should probably know more information about this for next week. But it's a process where you can jam with other musicians worldwide without a delay on the through our platform. It's on their platform, but like I said, they'll have their own channel. You set up, I guess, a room or a studio or something with these other members that you're going to be jamming with. It could even be a recording studio, and they could record the rhythm section for your new
That is so sweet.
your new album live from anywhere.
There's a big need for that, because
Yeah.
I've ran across a lot of people that want to be on my channel, but they don't have the bands to get their songs done, or they don't have the means to get their tracks done to get it going. And
Yeah,
so
see,
that's
an
very
important
cool.
thing of what we're doing is one of the things I always say on these things, people may be tired of hearing it, but the person who just wrote one song in their whole life that's sitting in a drawer somewhere can post it on Music Legacy And you never know. One of the bands that you love, that you grew up with as a kid, might see it and say, oh, we could use these lyrics in that new song that we're working on that we don't have lyrics for. And you never know. Things like that can happen.
Hey,
so
I mean, I'm a case in point. 2 weeks ago, if you had told me that Mitch Malloy and Paul Lydell and all these things are happening, I would have never even believed
Imagined
that.
it.
So, right. Or even imagined it. That's right. It's crazy. And, so that's great for you to be doing that stuff. There's plenty of need for it, I can tell you.
Yeah, I've had some of the same experiences recently. The band Zebra, we're just finishing up editing on that. That should be releasing soon. I had so much fun with them because I connected other people with their interview that helped them get their start. Somebody that
Why do I know Zebra?
What's that?
Well, I know them. Why do I know them? I know
Who's
who they are.
Behind the Door? So many other great hits that they had.
I'll have to look them up.
They were big here in New York, so but they were with Atlantic Records. They had quite a few albums with Atlantic.
Yeah, they're definitely a known band. I know
absolutely.
that I know who they are. I just can't think of their song.
Yeah.
They had a hit that was pretty big.
Yeah, quite a few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they told stories on my interview that was never told before. Back scenes of when they were first starting out.
I'm sure they're interesting.
Oh, so much fun. We had a good time.
It
went so long that we cut it into two different parts, part 1 and part 2.
Have you? So that's a good question. I was going to ask you. You have little old people like me on here, but you also have some. You'll be doing things with some known artists.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Matter of fact, if you go into the interviews now, you'll see Leo Nocentelli from the Meters. I did Junior Marvin and the Wailers. All of the Wailers, and Junior Marvin took over for Bob Marley, and he's been traveling with the Wailers since Bob died. And
wow.
That was a great
That's a
interview.
big shoe
That's
to fill.
not in there yet. We're still working on some finalization on that. So there's a lot of good content that's there now, but we got about 20 new ones that should be posting over the next few weeks. And a lot of these will be part of the full launch that we do in 2026. Right now, we're still in early access.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I can probably be bringing some bands your way for sure.
Excellent.
mean, I don't think there's any band that wouldn't want to do this. I mean, it's just exposure and.
Yep.
So cool, man. I love it. I love that we're changing the game.
And we're going to talk some more and do another video once we talk in that top founders area. I'll get that group going for you, and then we'll record something that tells people how to use it and how to connect with you as well. So.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And then maybe I have to shoot out to the West Coast soon and visit you.
Yeah, well, if you're here, let me know, man. Coffee is a big deal out here.
Yeah.
But I'd be glad to meet you, buy you a coffee.
Excellent. Let's do that. Make a
So
plan.
yeah, man. Likewise, I'd like to come over your way. I've never, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. That's where I grew up. But I've never made it. East past there.
Yeah.
Everything's been from Missouri over to the Pacific coast, not the other way.
All right.
So it's on my radar. Okay. Sounds good, man.
All right.
Thanks for your time, Tony. Nice to see you again.
My pleasure. Talk soon.
All right. We'll talk soon. Okay.
All right. Take care.
Music Legacy International.